Hey, it's Shane and Ella on Pure Country, sitting with Dierks Bentley in Toronto on the Gravel and Gold Tour. How are you?
Great. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
I'm so good.
Okay, before we talk about anything music related, I have to ask you a very important question on how much trouble did you get in from your wife when you posted the video of her before the Taylor Swift concert running on the treadmill? I was like,
you said trouble in my wife. I was like, the video I posted of her, yeah. So she was on the treadmill, had her ears in, and she's singing along, and the singing was wow. Let's just say it was not Taylor.
I am proud of her for being able to sing though and run at the same time.
She was so excited about Taylor. I mean, that Taylor Swift concert, it reminds me what it's like to be a fan, because we bought those tickets back. We paid for them back in like December or November, and we've been excited for 6 months about that concert. So it makes you realize, and I'm not Taylor Swift, but the people that come to the show tonight, maybe they bought those tickets a while ago, and just think about how excited they are about this show. So it's important to remember that. But yeah, we are so pumped that she's on the treadmill and she's doing this. She's singing along.
Sing her heart out.
You should see whatever that song is. And I posted it on Instagram. My wife does not have social media, otherwise would never have posted that.
Would have been. I was upset with you. I was like, how dare you do that to her?
She started getting text messages, and she's like, "What did you post about me on Instagram?"
I instantly was like, "Oh, he's in trouble." But you got to take her to the concert, so you
went to the concert.
You got through it. But
yeah.
All right. Speaking of exciting things like going to see Taylor Swift, you are doing something really cool in Nashville this June 26th, getting to host the NHL Awards.
Yeah, I'm hosting the NHL Awards. I love hockey. Actually, during the Taylor Swift concert, we had a suite, and I brought my iPad so I could watch. The Oilers were playing. Who were they playing? I can't remember. They were playing the night.
Yeah.
And I was like sneaking out and watching the game, watching Taylor, watching the game. I love hockey. My son plays travel hockey. I've been to rinks all over the country, and I skate a little bit myself. And so really excited they asked me. I think the NHL Awards being in Nashville's
so cool.
Every player's dream, because it's just such a fun town to go hang out in after when the festivities are over. So,
who are you going to pick for Stanley Cup Finals? You going with the Golden Knights or the
Panthers? Oh gosh, I mean, it'll be better than the conference finals, that's for sure. The last round was terrible, but it's one of those. I don't have any skin in the game really.
Okay.
I love watching. Matthew Tkachuk is excited to see what he's been doing, and the Panthers have just like been scrambling to even be in the playoffs since January. So they're just like, it's really fun to see what you can do. You just like. You might not have all the all-star players, but you have like the synergy. In Vegas, it's just scrappy. They've always been good since 2016 when they started, and it's going to be a good series.
Florida.
You going Florida?
Yeah, I'm going Florida. Just because they beat the Leafs out, I feel like they better.
Makes you feel better. Like exactly. Same for Boston's. Like, it makes you feel better about losing to these guys.
Exactly.
They're beating everybody. Yeah.
You didn't plan your tour very great though on timing, because you're touring while the Stanley Cup Finals are happening.
I would have loved to have been there during a Leafs game. All I ever heard is like. Not even going to the game, just being in a bar in Toronto during a game.
Wild.
Regular season games wild, let alone like playoffs.
It is wild for sure.
Dream come true to get up here for one.
Who is the best who's the best hockey player in country music aside from yourself, of course?
Gosh, I don't even know anyone else that skates. I mean, it's not a really popular sport in country. They all play golf.
Trevor Rosen does.
Trevor Rosen does. He skates in the league. Yeah, Trevor Rosen, Old Dominion, definitely skates. He's probably a better skater than I am, honestly.
Yeah, it'd be hard to do like a country music hockey game, because I think it'd be hard to. You got to come to Canada to get some of the Canadian country artists.
Golfers. They're all golfers. They're not
golfers. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not much of a golfer. I'm more of a. But I guess a lot of hockey players are golfers.
Are you good at hockey though?
Not really. I'm okay.
You can play.
I always say I'm the guy. I'll hustle you, but I'm not I don't have the big slap shot.
Your son's probably better.
Not a goal scorer. He's better than I am.
He's better than you.
Oh yeah. He can dangle. I call him Mr. McDangles. He's pretty good at it. He's got his toe drag release down pretty good.
I used to teach power skating when I was a figure skater, but I taught power skating for a long time.
Yeah.
And never got into hockey. My dad hoped one day that I would, but I never did it for him.
I've got knocks doing some figure skating every now and then.
We're tough.
Yeah.
Figure skaters are tough.
Yeah,
big time. So next single, I have to ask, because last time we talked when you released the album, we went through a lot of the songs on Gravel and Gold, and you asked me what my favorite song was, and it was Something Real.
So yeah.
I get any say in
you
what
got
song?
it. That's the next single.
I picked it?
You picked it, yeah. High five, thank you. Fight for that one.
I picked it. It was my favorite. I still listen to it.
I remember asking you, and it was always one of my favorites. I've been through about 10 songs to get there, but I finally just was like, this is the one. And
because I asked for it. You're like, Shannon said that one.
We're going with Something Real. So yeah, but we're doing that tonight too.
Oh, I'm so excited. And then good friend of yours, Doug Douglason, on Country Nights. You guys friend, not friends?
Generous.
Okay.
Acquaintance.
You guys have, or they have a new song with
Yes.
Darla McFarland,
Yes.
who also known to some as Lainey Wilson.
Yeah, she does look a lot like Lainey
She
Wilson,
does,
doesn't she? Yeah.
very similar.
Yeah, we got a little video out.
Yeah, what was that like?
A little
for them
song
to work
that
together?
that Lainey Darla came up with called "Harassment."
Yeah,
and
the title was interesting.
yeah, it's a 3-part word compressed into 3 words compressed into one. Harassment. It's a lovely love song to to Darla's, something Darla has that she's proud of.
She is proud of it.
Her
very proud.
assets, and it's about having fun. It's about having fun.
Yeah.
Everything's gotten so serious, and jeez, I mean, you just everything. It's so. I was somehow got on an episode of Married with Children the other day. Ed Bundy. I'm like, he would not even be like allowed as a citizen on the planet now because everyone's gotten so. Everyone's just so bothered by everything. And so I think the nights being out there, it's just kind of a fun way to be like, hey, we're country singers. Yes, it's cool, act serious and take stand on issues and all that. But at the same time, if we have a little fun, we have fun, make people laugh and make fun of ourselves at the same
And
time.
laugh at yourself.
Yes,
That's a really
yes.
important thing to do.
And Dolly Parton has taught us all. That's the way to go, is the self-deprecating humor. And you can do that and also be a great artist. So that's what we're trying to do. And so far, so good. We're doing the Nights Are Gonna Be Here tonight.
Oh.
And they're doing another song off that release called Midnight Rodeo.
Yes.
It's an innuendo. It's not an actual rodeo. You have to listen to the song to know what I'm talking about. But
it's very good. You should go listen to it for sure.
Yeah.
So we've talked a lot about mental health. When I've talked to you, sometimes we talk about the ice baths that you do, which I know I've never done, but you've said.
Oh man, if we had time, I'd make you go do one right now. I need one.
I want to try it. My husband's trying to convince me to get one of those ice baths at home and force me to do it, but I don't like to be cold. But I think that's the whole point of it. Right?
These things are, be careful. I always just got a trash can and just went down and got some ice.
Or like a trough for a horse.
Trough that works good.
Okay.
And you get some ice, and the ice adds up after a while buying ice, and you have to use it right away when you buy the ice. But it's good. Do that first before you
buy
one of these crazy setups. Yeah.
Yeah.
LV Shane, a guy from a Kentucky artist, he actually gifted me a ice barrel, which is it's like a big barrel, and you can hook up a chiller to it. So, but we do it. I love it. I haven't got a chance to throw Jordan Davis in there yet. I just got here.
He hates being cold. So
he's
should
gonna
definitely
hate
do
it.
that to him.
But he's an athlete, so I'm sure he's used to doing it, back in his football days. But we're definitely going to do some ice baths tomorrow in Detroit.
Okay.
I'll post something on there.
Yes, let me know how it goes.
Maybe we get Doug to do it.
Tour back when you guys were supposed to do the Canadian tour in the winter. We talked, and he was like, "I don't know if I'm going to survive this winter." So I don't know how the ice bath is going to go.
We'll give it. We'll see how he does. Yeah, I was so excited to tour with him back then through Canada. Of course, it got canceled because of COVID, but I lucked out because we're back now, and he's had seems like 5 number ones since then. So I'm really lucky to have him going on stage and getting the party started every night. And got Molly Tuttle here tonight, who's an incredible bluegrass artist. Her band, Golden Highway. So it's feeling good. I'm really just going to be more honored to kick this thing off in Toronto.
We're so excited, and we're so glad to have you back in Canada. Last thing before we go.
Yeah.
What is the one thing that you do for your mental health, to prioritize your mental health, or something that really helps you?
Oh man, I mean, I kind of, I honestly, to be honest, but I struggle. I have to think about daily about how to stay positive. I can get kind of down about, I find myself a lot of times wanting to be somewhere else. Only time I never feel that way is when I'm on stage. When I'm on stage, my band, I'm like, this is exactly where I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. The rest of my life, I'm always like, if I was in the mountains, I'd be happier. If I was back home, I'd be happier. If I was on the road, I'd be happier. So for me, it's about exercise. I don't really like the Peloton bicycle, but I know that if I do 30 minutes on there, guaranteed to have a better day. If I go to the gym, I'm gonna have a better day. If I do an ice bath, I always take a cold shower every morning before I even open my eyes, and that helps me kind of get started off. So I have little tricks that I use to kind of stay positive, and you have to find what those are, but you got to stay on top of it. That's for sure. But exercise is the number one. Better than any drug is just go for a mile run. Yep. Your reminder from Dierks Bentley, exercise today. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it, Shannon.
Good to see you.